Hello and welcome everyone. Today's session focuses on a topic that support at the intersection of science, innovation and global necessity. The role of biotechnology in sustainable agriculture. As the world faces growing challenges like climate change, decreased land, declining soil fertility, and a rapidly growing population, so traditional farming practices are no longer enough. So we need solutions that are smart, scalable, and sustainable. And biotechnology offer exactly that. So from genetically modified crops that resist pests and drought to biofertilizers and biopesticides that reduce chemical use and even advanced molecular tools that speed up crop breeding. So I am Dr. Tilak Maity, Assistant Professor, Department of Biotechnology, Health and Store Technology. In this lecture, we will explore how biotechnology is helping farmers increase means productivity while preserving the environment and ensuring food security for generation to generation. So let's dive into this informative journey where science meets sustainability and discover how biotechnology is powering the future of agriculture. Sustainable agriculture is a pathway to a greener future. Look at this visual picture, a growing plant surrounded by six powerful outcomes. So each one is a reason why sustainable agriculture is not just a farming method, it is a movement toward a better and more balanced world. So let's go through each point and understand how together they shape the future of farming. Improve environmental health. Sustainable agriculture avoids harmful chemicals, promotes soil regeneration, and supports ecosystems. Healthy soils, clean air, and pure water are not just environmental benefits, they are the foundation of life itself. Minimize of offsite environmental impact. This approach helps prevent runoff of pesticides, fertilizers, and sediments into water bodies. So it protects neighboring forests, rivers, and communities, making agriculture a good neighbor to nature. Reduce environmental risks by reducing synthetic inputs and using eco-friendly practices like crop rotation, uh, integrated pest management. Farmer lower the risk of long-term damage to land and biodiversity. So it's protective risk management not just for farms but for the planet. Optimize resources uses and conservation. So sustainable farming uses resources wisely, whether it's water saving drip irrigation, solar power tools, or organic compost. Conservation is not about using less, it's about using smartly. High production benefits and low cost production. Sustainable does not mean sacrificing yields. By reducing input cost, enhancing soil productivity, farmer can actually increase profits while protecting their land. Improve food production. Ultimately, it all comes down to food. Better quality, more nutritious, and safely produced food. Sustainable agriculture ensures that what reaches your plate is not just abundant but also ethically and ecologically grown. Today we are going to explore a topic that affects every one of us, whether we live in rural villages or urban cities. So it is the global agricultural challenges that stand between us and a future of food security, environmental balance, and economic stability. So let's take a look at this infographic. At the center is our main theme, overview of global agricultural challenges, and radiating from it uh, 8 critical issues that are shaping the future of agriculture across the world. Each of these challenges is interconnected. So first up we have climate change. Rising temperature, unpredictable rainfall, and extreme weather events like floods, droughts are making farmer riskier and less predictable. Crops fail, livestock suffer, and farmers are left struggling to adapt. So agriculture is both a victim and contributor to climate change. And solving this means we need climate smart solution. Next is soil degradation. Did you know it takes hundreds of years to form just a few centimeters of topsoil, but we are losing it much faster due to over farming, due to erosion, and as well as we use chemical. So degraded soil means fewer nutrients, less productivity. Restoring soil health is not just good science, it's very urgent. Then we have biodiversity laws. Modern agriculture often favors monoculture, that means growing the same crop year after year. So, which leads to loss of plant and animal diversity. But biodiversity is nature's toolkit. It supports pollination, pest control, and hardiness. Let's talk about something we don't often see: post harvest losses. So it's shocking how much food is lost after it's harvested due to poor storage condition, transportation, and handling. In many parts of the world, this loss is greater than what's produced. Addressing this can feed millions without growing a single extra plant. Now, very important, water, the lifeblood of agriculture. Yet we face water scarcity, over irrigation, pollution, and shrinking freshwater sources are making water across harder for farmers. So, with 70% of global freshwater used in agriculture, efficient water use is no longer optional, it's essential. Now think about our population growth. By 2050, we will have over 9 billion mouths to feed. This means increasing food production, but doing so without expanding farmland or harming the environment. That's a massive challenge that calls for innovation and sustainable growth. Then there's land use conflict. As cities expand and industrial needs grow, farmland is shrinking. So disputes over land ownership, access, and use are becoming more frequent, especially in developing region. Balanced policies are key to ensuring fair and productive land use. Lastly, chemical dependency. Pesticides and synthetic fertilizers have boosted production but have also caused soil and water pollution, pest resistance, and health concerns. The world is now shifting toward eco friendly inputs, but the transition needs support, research, and farmer training. Let's walk through this simple yet powerful diagram that outlines the four key tools biotechnology provides to improve our crops, not just for today but for the future. First, we have genetic engineering. So, this is the direct modification of an organism's DNA using biotechnology tools. For example, by introducing a gene from Bacillus thuringiensis, we developed Bt cotton, a pest resistance variety that reduces pesticide use, increases yield, and protects the environment. So, this technique lets us build crops with resistance to drought, pest, or even poor soil condition. Next is molecular breeding, also known as marker assisted breeding. Unlike traditional breeding, molecular breeding uses genetic markers to select plants with the desired gene, such as disease resistance or better grain quality, before the plant even grows. So it speeds up the breeding process with improving precision. Moving on to tissue culture. This is a fascinating technique where whole plants are regenerated from a single cell or tissue in a controlled lab environment. So it used to mass produce disease free, uniform, and high yielding plants like banana, sugarcane, pineapple, orchids. So it's also used to conserve rare or endangered plant species. Finally, we have genomic selection. So this is the newest addition and perhaps the most cutting edge technology. So it uses statistical models and the entire genome data of a plant to predict how it will perform in the field. So it allows plant breeders to make faster and more accurate selection even for complex traits like drought tolerance or yield under stress conditions. Together, these four biotechnological tools, genetic engineering, molecular breeding, tissue culture, and genomic selection, are revolutionizing agriculture. So they help us grow better, stronger, and more nutritious crops while reducing environmental impacts and resources use. What if we told you we could understand plants not just from the outside but from within, at the level of their DNA, RNA, proteins, metabolites, and even microbes? That's exactly what omics technology helps us do. So we begin with genomics, the study of an organism's entire DNA using tools like whole genome sequencing, comparative genomics, and metagenomics. Scientists can identify genes responsible for drought resistance, disease tolerance, and yield improvement. So this helps us breed better crops faster with fewer chemicals and more flexibility to climate change. Next comes transcriptomics, the study of RNA, which shows which genes are actively expressed under certain conditions. With RNA sequencing, we can understand how plants respond to stress, pest, or nutrients at a molecular level. Now, let's talk about proteomics, the study of protein, the actual molecules doing the work inside cells. Using techniques like mass spectrometry and 2D electrophoresis, we can monitor how proteins behave under different environmental conditions. This tells us about plant defense, nutrient uptake, and stress adaptation, critical for smarter, more sustainable intervention. Moving to metabolomics. This examines the small molecules or metabolites in a plant. By using GCMS, LCMS, we can detect how plant metabolites nutrient respond to toxin or produce beneficial compounds. This is crucial for identifying natural growth promoters and reducing dependence on synthetic agrochemicals. Finally, we reach microbiomes, the study of microbial communities in the soil as well as within the plants. So, using 16S RNA sequencing, scientists decode the hidden world of microbes that support plant growth, protect roots, and recycle nutrients. Harnessing these microbes means healthier soils, reduced fertilizer use. So, to sum up, omics technology allows us to farm with precision, insight, and sustainability. They empower us to unlock nature's secrets and engineer crops and systems that feed the world while healing the earth. These tools are not just for the future, they are shaping today's revolution in sustainable. Take a look at this diagram. At the center, we have bioproducts, which include biofertilizers and biopesticides, eco-friendly, cost-effective, and sustainable alternatives to chemical inputs. Solubilizing phosphates help transform insoluble phosphates of iron, calcium, and aluminum into forms that plants can easily absorb, making nutrients bioavailable and boosting soil efficiency. Biofertilizers like rhizobium fix nitrogen directly from the air into the soil, reducing our dependence on synthetic nitrogen fertilizers. Many bioproducts produce plant hormones and beneficial metabolites that stimulate root development and enhance overall plant strength. Through microbial action, organic matter is decomposed and turned into rich minerals, boosting long term soil fertility, building resistance to pests and pathogens. Finally, biopesticides help plants naturally defend themselves by boosting their resistance to pests and pathogen, reducing the need for harmful chemicals. Today we are diving into an exciting frontier where teeny particles create massive impact. Yes, we are talking about nanotechnology and how it is revolutionizing precision and sustainable agriculture. Just take a look at this vibrant diagram on your screen. Thanks to nanotechnology, farmers are now equipped with high-tech sensors and devices that help them make data-driven decisions from soil moisture to nutrient content, leading to higher yields with minimal waste. Nano-formulated fertilizers allow precise delivery to plant roots, reducing runoff, saving cost, and minimizing environmental damage. It's like targeted nutrition for plants. Nanotechnology brings ultra-sensitive diagnostic tools that can detect plant stress, pathogens, or nutrient deficiency before symptoms even appear, allowing timely and accurate intervention. Even crop breeding with nanotools, we can now manipulate genetic materials or deliver molecules directly into plant cells, paving the way for faster, more precise breeding of flexible crop varieties. Soil and water health are the backbone of agriculture, we know. So, nanosensors and probes allow real time monitoring of contaminants like heavy metals or pesticide residues, ensuring that farmers remains clean, safe, and sustainable. Finally, imagine sensors that continuously monitor soil condition and send alerts directly to a farmer's phone. That is the power of nanosensor, enabling real-time precision farming and increasing efficiency. In short, nanotechnology is not just about teeny particles, it's about big solutions to global agricultural challenges. It brings precision, sustainability, and innovation together in one powerful toolkit. Sustainable agriculture is not just about growing food, it's about growing responsibly, equally, and intelligently. It aims to balance the three key pillars of sustainability, and when these align, we achieve sustainable development. Sustainable agriculture works with nature, not against it. By reducing chemical use, conserving soil and water, and promoting biodiversity, it enhances the very ecosystems that support life. Now let's talk about people. Sustainable agriculture empowers communities. It promotes fair labor, healthy food access, rural development. That's social transformation. Many believe sustainable comes at the cost of productivity, but the truth is sustainable agriculture is economically smart. With reduced input cost, improved soil health, and access to green markets, farmer can increase profits. It creates jobs, supports local economics, and open doors for innovation from biotech to agri-tech startups. Whether you are a student, a policymaker, a scientist, or just a curious mind, you have a role to play in shaping the future of agriculture. Let's think smart, farm smart, and grow sustainably. Thank you for joining me in this session. Stay curious and let's innovate for a greener future.